appreciate you guys. Oh, we're being live streamed. Okay, I'll be right back. Be right.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Like live? Welcome to the game. You know what it is? It's where you come to play the game instead of getting played by the game. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me just post it out in all the groups. Hold up. If you're not in the Telegram group, you might want to join the Telegram group. It's fire game in there. Let me just post this out. Now live on Zoom. Oh. What's up, Brandon? What up, Wale? What up, Crypto Boss? What up, Navin? What are we saying, peeps? Now live on Zoom. Oh, you know what? Let me post it out like that. Let me post the image first and then put now live on Zoom. Boom, boom, boom. Clipboard. And today we are talking about tonight at 8 p.m. No, not tonight at 8 p.m. Now live, it needs to say. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. This is taking longer than usual to make this post. I've been on my phone literally all day. It's been one of them ones I've been hustling. But I have, guys, there is some things we are working on right now for this audience that are mad. Let me just tell you that. Let me just close a couple things down so I'm not accidentally showing you things I shouldn't be showing you. And then let me show you what I can be showing you. You get me? Because Blockchain Sensei, real soon, are about to have two crazy integrations. I'm just going to show you the two crazy integrations from now. Now, you know what? I'm going to show you two crazy integrations, and I'm going to show you the upcoming event that you need to know about. Wherever you are. You need to mark the 28th of February off because it's about to go off differently. So let me just show you a couple little things. We be working on for y'all. So you ready? If you're ready, type ready in chat, please. You ready to play the game? Said, are you ready to play the game? You know, I still haven't posted this thing out to the network yet because I'm still bloody. Oops. Where is it? Where is this email link? I swear I sent it. Let me go send. All right, Ninja, are you back?
I'm back.
All right, cool.
Disclaimer. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What's up, people? What's up? All right. Yo. What's good, people? It's currently 8 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Monday, the 30th of January, 2023. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Game, presented to you by Blockchain Sensei. The Game is a free weekly stocks and crypto webinar. Every Monday, 8 p.m. to 9:30, live on Zoom, also live on YouTube. We've been doing this at Blockchain Sensei since July 2023. So we're going on to 3 years of The Game. Thank you so much for everybody that's been tuned in. Register your free tickets in the blockchain.sensei Instagram bio. Click on our link tree and then You can also join our Telegram from our link tree, by the way. So our link tree is where you can find everything Blockchain Sensei, including but not limited to registering free Zoom tickets for the game and free Zoom tickets for NFT Fridays, which is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK time. Like, comment, subscribe, share, so we can help more people become financially illiterate and, just share a bit of knowledge. So without further ado, before getting into the live webinar, we have our very, very famous disclaimer. So disclaimer, in fact, I'm going to read 2 disclaimers today. I'm going to read our official one and Wall Street Trappers one, just because I think it's so good. I don't even need to share it because the Wall Street Trapper and Trapping Tuesdays. So disclaimer, terms and conditions, all content is for education, information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own what, guys?
Research.
Because our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor or independently research and verify all and any information you may find on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. Oh, 1 second. Actually, I forgot to do one thing before I continue with this amazing disclaimer, and that was to do to go live on IG. So let me just do that right now.
Hit him up.
We're live right now on Zoom. Come join us. Come join this link. If you know, you know. Oh, we got someone in the waiting room. Jacob, let's let him in. Okay, let's let Jacob in. Okay, I'm just going to put the IG story up. Bang the Zoom link on there. We only let people in late who we're familiar with. So if there is a cutoff point where if we don't know you, we don't let you in our Zoom, unfortunately. Live till 9:30 p.m. Lock in Zoom. Boom, that's good. Your stories. All right, that's good. Let's go live on the IG. Live on the IG. Live on the IG. 1 second. Should have done this at the start. Sorry, guys. Okay. Live Zoom link in latest IG story. Come join the Zoom now. All right, cool. Everybody taps into IG Live. Okay, let's go. Okay, all investments come with a very, very important word. What word is that, guys? Risk. It's risk. Who said risk? Who was that? Was that
Me,
Ash?
Amanda.
Yeah, it's choppy for me.
Amazing.
It was
Thanks so
all of
much.
us.
So, we are not financial advisors and we do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. Is there any financial advisors in this room?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Or forever hold your peace. Okay, so neither myself, Michael Harding, or anybody at Blockchain Sensei as of 30th of January 2023 is a financial advisor. Maybe in the future, maybe in January 2024, we will have an internal financial advisor. However, for now, nobody at Blockchain Sensei is a financial advisor. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration behind the scenes with several accredited advisors. If you are unable to mitigate your risk, please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Now, just before Mr. Harding gets into the news, because I'm sure we're just posting up right now, I thought I would just share this because I think these are very, very powerful words. Now, I don't have that Wall Street Trapper accent. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He's got his own show called Trapper Tuesdays. I thought I'd just read this out because these words are powerful. I am a certified Wall Street Trapper. I am confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market and crypto is a machine that prints money if you know how to use it wisely. And I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. Big ups to everyone in the room. I'm a moneymaker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all chains that anchored me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name into an asset. Effendi Corporation comes soon. My family purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first generation millionaire or billionaire, if you want to aim even bigger. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I'm a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now.
Jeez.
I think that's so powerful. But you ready? You ready for the news?
Yeah, go on, hit me up.
Are
we hitting people up with the news or with blockchain sensei updates first? What do they want? What do they want?
News first.
News. All right, cool. Let's go news. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. All right then.
So just based on what you just said, I think it's in the post that I've just done is very, very relevant. So go to the blockchain sensei page and you'll see all the news there.
I should just go on profile. No, I can't do that.
Yeah,
oh, here we are. Amazing.
Okay, so scroll down. So click on that box there, the saving, the British have British savings one, top right. Yeah, there we go. This one first. So one of the things that happens in this investing space, especially in bear markets, is we compare ourselves to others, and we think, oh man, everyone's getting rich, everyone's doing this, everyone makes smart decisions, da 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 da. And I saw a video about this, and yeah, I will admit I am very guilty of this, and that's one of the reasons why I deleted Instagram last year. So it's been a whole year now without Instagram, and for my mental health, it's done absolute wonders. However, then in the business side, obviously, like I'm constantly going, this business could be doing better, it could be doing better, da 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 da. So I just want to let everyone know, look, from even being on this call, whether you realize it or not, you're actually in the top 1% on the planet. So the average person in the world earns between 6K and 9K per year. That's the world. Now, the average savings, so then we've got to look at the UK. So the UK average salary is 27K. But the average money that someone puts away, 1 in 3 people have less than £1,000 that they put away. So that's 1 in 3 people in the UK. So you might see people that have got like 100K, they got all the Gucci in the world, they got Lambos, they got Ranges, they got Rolexes, whatever. But according to the stats, most of them are actually living paycheck to paycheck and have less than £2,000 or £3,000 in cash available. So let alone, that's not even including assets. So if you're in this room, most people here have assets. So well done to you, because most of the UK population doesn't have any assets outside of property. And here's the thing about property that we discussed the other day. It's not actually your asset until you've completed paying for it. So that's when you realize, hang on a minute, most of the UK has no assets. So well done to everyone that's in this room right now. You are part of the 1% of the UK just from being in this room and for holding some kind of asset. Even if that's £10 of an asset, you're part of the 1% of the UK. So just thought I'd put that out there, that you're in the 1% club. If you ever feel like, I'm not meeting my goals or whatever in comparison to everyone else, forget everyone else. Just have your own goals. Like what Wall Street Trapper said, have your own decisions. What do you want? What's your financial objective? Is it to just have a retirement fund for your kids of 50K? Is it to just maybe get to a retirement fund for yourself of 500K? And then you've got to ask yourself, what's the time frame that you want to do that in? because most people in this call, I do believe, are under 60. And if you play the investment game right, you can actually have, from just investing £500 a month, you can have a portfolio of around $1 million, especially investing in stocks and crypto in a 10 to 15 year period. So there we go. So most people here in this call, if they stay consistent, will retire multimillionaires. Just what I'll put it out there.
Let's just say that. I've got an additional perspective when it comes to savings and wealth. And I think this came from Wall Street Trapper, or it might be Earn Your Leisure. But anyway, one good way to think about wealth is how much time could you go without being paid and still pay your bills. Everyone should aim initially for 3 months time wealth, and then 6, and then 9, and then 12. And then everyone's goal should be long-term, should be at least 5 years time wealth. As in, you could not get paid for 5 years and pay all your bills.
Yeah. Now, just on Julian, on somebody's point there, I think it was Julian Asher. I totally agree with you. It's not that easy, and not everyone can do it to be part of the 1%, because 98% of people get distracted by other things and don't invest. We are not taught and we are not trained to pay ourselves first before paying other things. We're taught because statistically, over the long term, if you were to dollar cost average and pay yourself before paying your bills, guess what happens? Your payments to yourself will eventually pay your bills. But because we start this habit too late, this is where we end up in a position where we have to pay the bills first before we pay ourselves. So this is a mindset that should be taught to young people as young as 5 years old, because at 5 years old, they don't have any bills to pay. If at 5 years old, you were constantly, every time you had money to yourself, every single birthday up until you were about 16 and started paying bills yourself, that's 10 years of finances that you could be putting into investments that would eventually mean off the dividend plays, all your bills are covered. Obviously have enough to pay your bills. But yes, it is arguable that it is dangerous to talk like this, but this is why you need to talk to a financial advisor. And yes, most definitely, I do agree. It is definitely easier to lose all the money that you invest rather than actually make money. But that's because, number one, people don't talk to financial advisors, actual accredited ones. And number two, people just don't have the discipline to actually educate themselves. So that's that. So let's go on to the next bit. Julian has gone now. And let's go to the news.
Okay, so
Amazon is planning to launch an NFT initiative this spring. That'll be very, very interesting. FTX owes money to Apple, Binance, and more, according to filings. Ethereum Shanghai mainnet shadow fork goes live.
Wait. I think there's something key here about number one. Let's test the community that's inside here, guys. Can you guys type in chat? How does Amazon make most of its revenue? Web services, yes. AWS, Amazon Web Service. So if you didn't know, Amazon do not make most of their income through e-commerce. In fact, they make about 65% of their total business revenue through Amazon, through AWS, through their web services, which ties into the blockchain, and which hopefully gives anyone who wasn't aware that Amazon's main income stream is through their web services, not through their retail clients, why it makes sense why they release an NFT initiative. So that's a little backstory fundamental behind that, which I feel like is important because I don't think most people know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, onto the news.
Okay, so then there was the DeFi lender Aave deploys version 3 on the Ethereum network. SushiSwap also to launch a perpetual exchange on the Say network. and Moody's is developing a scoring system for stablecoins. Mango Markets sues exploiter for 47 million in damages, and BlockFi secret financials reportedly shows 1.2 billion FTX exposure. So let's go to the next bit of news.
Bitcoin mining stocks monthly performance.
So stocks monthly performance that you want to look out for there is Core Scientific there. We kind of mentioned them. Then we've also got, who else have we got? We've got Riot Blockchain that are in there as well. But the number one that is up by 456%, I can't quite read it. What does it say? It's a bit too tiny for me.
1 second. Stop sharing my screen. I'm just zoom into it. Just downloading the file. Yeah, Instagram is not that. Instagram web is really bad, actually.
Yeah,
it's not like Facebook. Man, I honestly, if you zoom in on your phone, you'll be able to see. But I can't zoom in here. Are you zooming on your phone? Just because
no.
I'm IG streaming on the phone.
Not quite. So just go to the next one.
Phil, market overview.
Sorry, it said DigiHost.
DigiHost. Oops. There we go. Let's carry on. So market overview. So what are the top performers this week? We have none other than doing 126 is a crypto called High. Don't know anything about that, so I'm not going to comment anything about it. The trending searches are Mina and DYDX. Most definitely go back and watch our previous episode on Mina, which is the world's smallest blockchain protocol. Go and look into that. We've done a deep dive on that one. Let's go on to the next thing. Next bit of news. So top 10 gainers among blockchain infrastructure. Again, we can see the blockchain infrastructure has been doing really, really well this week. Now, the curious one here is the Ronin wallet. So the Ronin wallet, we've been saying, is massively due to have some work done onto it because it got hacked. It's one of Animoca's key holdings, just simply because of Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity has had billions literally invested into it. So it's very unlikely that all of those billions are going to go to nothing. So it was quite obvious that that wallet would be fixed, and that I think it's very likely that we're going to see some momentum behind Axie Infinity over the next year, which is going to be one of the companies that we talk about later. Phantom as well, as we know, they're building out a very interesting project that we can't talk about. Are we allowed to talk about it, Ninja?
Are we allowed to talk about Phantom? No. We can't.
Okay, cool. And then let's go to the next bit of news. Click that one.
Okay, next slide.
So yeah, the key thing on that last slide was to look at the 30-day volume increase. That's what you're looking for, because that would mean that, okay, there's some whales that are seeing that they want to utilize that infrastructure. Now, a lot of people had a great lesson with Maurice today with a student, and we were talking about the fact that people think that NFT sales are over and that they're dead. Well, the stats kind of say otherwise, especially when we look at the amount of ETH that has gone through Ethereum in regards to NFT sales. I think that says what,
750 million. Wait,
yeah,
that's 736 million. So basically 750 million.
That is crazy. There is some well-regarded and well-known blue chip stocks that are on the S&P 500 that aren't doing those numbers in the last 30 days. So again, do your own research and just check and compare and ask yourself how many companies in the world are doing numbers like that in revenue at this moment in time. It's not many, and definitely not many in the United Kingdom. So yeah, let's go to the next bit of news.
Top gainers.
So this was in the GameFi section. Again, this is a trend that we believe is going to have a massive momentum this year. So look out for this. So the gainers that again are getting a lot of attention. Again, look at the areas where they've had a massive 30-day change. So the biggest one is a game called Nakamoto Games. So I actually haven't heard of this one. So if someone wants to do some research on one and fill the community in on this one, that'd be really, really helpful. But all the usual suspects are there. Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Gala Games is there. So on that Gala, on that Gala Games one, if you click on the Twitter and go to the Blockchain Sensei Twitter quickly.
Yeah, sure. So Blockchain Sensei Twitter, and where are we going? To Gala Games?
Yep, down. So last week we mentioned a project called Townstar, and that did 98%, literally the day after we spoke about it. So yeah, do your own research. Just, you know, some people that say that we don't know what we're talking about. We don't ever claim to know what we're talking about. We just happen to be very consistent in things we say. And
they happen to come true. But it's a complete coincidence.
Pretty consistent.
We don't know what we're talking about.
And we're not financial advisors, so you shouldn't listen to a single word that we say. And we actually say that every episode. So you have to do your own research. So yeah, is there any other crypto news, or is that all of the news?
So just looking at the comment section here. So we've got Alex saying sweat is a hidden gem. Alex, by sweat, do you mean sweat coin?
I think he does.
Okay, I be earning my sweat coins every day. So yeah, make sure there's no reason why anybody watching this isn't earning sweat coin for free. I'm not saying buy it. I'm saying download the sweat coin app and get you some free sweat coin. That makes sense. Crypto Boss has got some town. And Brandon said ETH and Solana are the only marketplaces with the project volume to have those kind of numbers in terms of monthly volume.
Facts. Can't argue with that. Now, I was a very anti-Solana. It's on public record that I wasn't very pro-Solana. But because of the research that I've been doing into what's going to be popping in 2023, Solana's back-end infrastructure, the things that they're building out, have actually made me quite bullish on Solana. I'm not gonna lie. Like, things that we're gonna mention in today's episode, it's pretty hard for me to not be bullish, because they've just positioned themselves with actual core infrastructure plays to run an actual business on like 98% of cryptos out there. So I just wanted to touch on an event that we have coming up. If anyone knows any P2E games or any people that would be interested in sponsoring an event, shout us. This is going to be the testnet event. We recently did the beta test for this event the other day. It's an event about discovering, showcasing games and connecting with others. It's a place for you to come and get paid to play games, pretty much. You get to showcase your game if you've got a game, and then you get to connect and meet with people in person instead of doing it outside, instead of doing it online like we do all day, every day. So exposure, if you're a brand, there's going to be 100 attendees, a combined WhatsApp reach of 2,000 across WhatsApp and Telegram. There's a Discord community that the winning game is going to get access to via the Score community. Shout out to Score Metaverse, and then our partners, Voice of Crypto, hitting well over 1 million views on their website. So tickets are actually going to be done via Seat Lab, which means that every single ticket holder is going to be airdropped NFTs, and they're going to be able to turn their event tickets into NFTs. Also, these are the free games that we had at our last event, which was Code Red by Coin Mode, Bit Hotel, Crypto Bomber, and Rad X by Jump.trade. So you can see people playing the games. And then for the mobile gamers, we had Duck Dive and Lava Drifter. And again, the highest scores are going to be gifted crypto and NFTs. And then we had a tournament on the Radex driving game where people could enter either via mobile or via laptop, and the top 3 won exclusive NFTs. And then it was actually amazing for collaborations. If you've got a project, we saw this is Ade from Oasis Protocol and Kieran from one of the projects that we work with. they actually met each other and are working on a partnership right now. So the venue that we're looking at is either the Arcade Apes or the Temple of Art of Music. That's not been confirmed yet, but will be confirmed very, very soon. It's going to be free entry. It's going to be from 6 till 10. It's going to be £5. It's going to get you 10 tokens. £10 will get you 12 tokens. £20 will get you 30 tokens. And it's 2 tokens to play each game. And to enter the tournament where you can win higher prizes will be 20 tokens. First place in every tournament, and there's going to be 3 tournaments, wins you £100. So you could come away with £300. Second place gets you a trophy. Third place gets you a medal. And then if you get the high score on any of the games, you also get an NFT reward and £100. And then all attendees get NFT tickets. So these are the current sponsors and partners. If you're interested in being one of them, give us a shout. So that's about that event. Now, also to plug Lazyfly. So this is a company that we are going to be working with very, very closely, literally from next week. So what this is going to mean, after every episode of the game, guess what's going to happen? Finally, after every episode of the game, you are now going to be able to earn crypto after every episode of the game by answering educational questions based on some of the things that we've discussed or taught in every episode. So super happy to announce that. And that's going to be at every event that we do also. So look out for Lazyfy. So what we're probably going to do every session is we're going to do a little bit of education after the news and then tell people it's Lazyfy time. And then they just answer the questions and earn themselves some crypto. So that's that. Let's get into now what today's episode is all about. Today's episode is all about the watch list. Today's episode is all about what do we think is going to be hot over the course of the next year of 2023. So I want to start with where should we start? Where should we start? Out of that list of things that I posted on the Twitter, what are the categories? So the categories are, let's start with mining companies. Let's start there. So the mining companies, I'm starting with the ones that are available to look at publicly on the stock market. So we're going to do that by looking at, let me know if you can see my screen. I'm going to do that by going onto Trading View. Let me know when you can see. And Ninja, while I'm doing that, if you take the questions, because the chat seems to be going off.
Yeah. The chat's active right now. So we got oh, 1 second. We got why is the chat in the small? It's in the small bloody tab. Michael, could you maybe hit up on top 10 altcoins for bull run versus this episode topic? Interested to see if you change your opinion on those projects.
Oh, to see if it's the same top 10 altcoins as it was from last year. That is a very good question. Some of them are the same, not all of them are the same.
Not all of them.
But most of them are the same. But yeah, let me just find this BlackRock portfolio. BlackRock ETF. Here we go. So the companies that I've based this off in the mining sector are companies that are in the BlackRock ETF. Why? Because if they're in the BlackRock ETF, that's 90%. Well, not 90%. Let's call it 10% of your research done because they're backing it. So number one, we're going to start with Riot Blockchain. So Riot Blockchain, I think, is definitely one to watch. We've seen it get to lows of $3 and its all-time high. What do we think the all-time high is on Riot Blockchain? The all-time high is $76. And as you can see right now, it's just cruising along this 200-week moving average. I'm hoping it doesn't break, and I'm hoping it comes back down so that I can get it for $3 again and hold it all the way up to $73. Now let's go and quickly look at the fundamentals of Riot Blockchain, of what kind of position it's in right now. Let's have a look-see. So we can see Riot Blockchain has taken a massive hit there. So it's not looking too good for them financially. But then when you read the earnings report and you look into how much Bitcoin they're actually holding, it's a completely different story. So yeah, go and do your own research into Riot blockchain. So that's number one in the mining sector. The next one in the mining sector is got to be Argo blockchain. Now, the reason Argo blockchain is because it's the only UK blockchain mining company that's publicly listed. So again, for institutions, I think that's a massive, massive opportunity. If the US does pull off this law that they're floating around with, that it will be illegal for companies to hold digital assets in their portfolios, it won't be illegal for them to hold companies that are already publicly listed that handle crypto or mine crypto in their portfolios. So that's where I think there'll be a massive push towards companies investing in other blockchain mining companies. And also, if you read the Masari paper, there's some amazing stuff that they put out on. There's some amazing stuff that they put out on the how blockchain mining in America is going to be dramatically used for environmental purposes. Because if you didn't know, unlike all the FUD, the I'm gonna do a whole episode on Bitcoin mining and the environment, but tumble dryers actually cause more damage to the environment than Bitcoin mining does. But nobody's complaining about tumble dryers. And the thing that creates almost double the amount of damage compared to Bitcoin mining is actually aircon. But you know, you don't see massive campaigns about, oh, aircon's bad for the environment. Doesn't really happen. So this is Argo blockchain. Again, we had highs of 78. It's down there at 27. Again, go do your own research. Go and look at the fundamentals on this one. At the moment, it's been taking hits, but last couple of quarters, minus 14, minus 54, minus 6. So from that jump there, that tells me something's going on, but that's on a yearly. Look at it on the quarterly. Are they slowly making profit? Minus 1 mil, minus 16, minus 48. So yeah, they're still not in tip-top shape in terms of profitability. But yeah, one to definitely watch out for there. So the next area that I want to look at is point of sale devices. So Ninja, point of sale devices, is there a company that you want to show people in regards to point of sale devices that you think is going to have a big impact this year?
Yes, in fact, I'm going to show a video. Are you ready for the video? Yeah. One sec. Let me just load up the video, and then I'll share my screen. I am very, very, very happy to say that we at Blockchain Sensei have extremely good relationships with this payment provider. In fact, I will even show, let me just load it up one sec. I will even show the progress. The video can't be played. Oh my God. Right, one sec. I need to come in via my phone. Let me come in via my phone. 1 second. Coming in via my phone. Coming in via my phone. Admit myself. I can admit myself, and I can make myself a host. Let's make me a host. Where is, what was it? Okay, cool. Could you make Fadlan Effendi a host, please?
Make Fadlan Effendi a host?
Yeah, the other Fadlan Effendi. Add me on LinkedIn, guys. I need more connections on there. I'm gonna start shilling my government name just for LinkedIn ads. One sec. I've got it. I've got the video. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys the old video because this is a good advertising opportunity, I suppose. Can I share my screen? Okay, cool. Let's share the screen. Oh no. Share the screen. All right, so this is a company called XDB Pay. Okay, they are a crypto payment processor that have physical terminals, and they also do e-commerce as well. Now, let me just show you guys a quick clip. So this is one of my friends. They selected USDT, obviously going to pay on Ethereum. This is actually at Stratford Mall. It's a bit slower than it normally would be because we're on public Wi-Fi. So obviously my friend here has got $19.64 in his MetaMask. He simply just scans. By the way, this is prototype 1. When I show you prototype 2, you're going to be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Also, whilst this is playing, let me let you guys know that XDB Pay are looking to onboard their first few thousand customers via e-commerce for free, and provide support and provide a physical terminal installation and support for free, for a one-off payment of £200 to actually get the terminal. And then, as you can see, he made the payment. And then if we just skip over here, it confirms, it prints an actual receipt, which is amazing. And then it also sends an email, which is fantastic. Then let me just skip over to the new version. So that was prototype 1, which was released 2 months ago. And yeah, this is now prototype 2. As you can see, it's much more sleek, with a contactless payment option as well, which I think is amazing. But yeah, if anybody's interested in crypto payment processes, whether it's e-commerce and or physical terminals, now's your time to get in, because this company that we're partnered up with, big ups to the team at XDB Pay, they are offering free installation and support because they're trying to onboard lifetime customers. And if any merchants are listening to this, as a merchant, you receive an extra 0.5%. So let's say if somebody was paying £1,000 in Bitcoin, they wouldn't pay you £1,000, they'd pay you £1,005. So an extra 0.5%. That charge is taken by the customer. So the customer pays an extra 1% or something. But don't quote me on that exactly. The reason why that's fine is because as crypto people, what the hell is 1%? We see Bitcoin go up and down by 7 to 8% in a day. So paying a 1% fee to be able to spend some crypto on Trust Wallet or MetaMask or any decentralized wallet, I think there's a lot of people that will be interested. So if you're a business owner and or know a business owner, please get in touch with Blockchain Sensei, and we will help you with your crypto payment needs.
Yep. Okay, cool. So being as there's been a bit of talk of what about the actual cryptos? Let's get into the cryptos. NFTs we'll start with to watch in 2023. So number one NFT to watch out for in general is anything in the Flow ecosystem. I think Flow, I keep saying it, like these guys, when you actually read into them with their multi-node architecture system, rather than ZK rollups and rather than copying what everyone else is doing, they've gone for their way of doing things is insane, and the IP that they've got access to, Ticketmaster, Mattel, Dr. Zeus, NBA, NFL, La Liga, integrated with Instagram, they are just, business is about positioning. Business is about partnerships. You can spend all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean you'll get the right partnerships. If you've got the right partnerships, it's easier to have success. It's easier to get results. It's easier to have onboarding of new customers. And that is all I see from Flow. I remember seeing this when they only had the NBA, and they just keep killing it with the partnerships that they have. And they were number one for the NFT transaction volume. And they've got 11,000 developers building on Flow. You cannot ignore a company that has 11,000 developers building. It means that there isn't something now that you can see, but it means that there's something coming, because the way that VCs look at it, they invest in 100 projects and one of them will be a unicorn. So If you had 1,000 developers, one of them will be a multi-million-pound project. If you've got 11,000 developers, maybe at least 10 of them will be multi-million-pound projects. And based on their previous success record of NBA Top Shot's already being a that at one point was the highest selling NFT on the planet, then, you know, like, and they've got La Liga, which is huge if you know anything about football. So one to watch out for there is Flow, and obviously you can see that they've got Doodles on their webpage. So Doodles is actually now the creative director for Doodles is actually none other than Pharrell Williams. So when it comes to mainstream adoption, these guys, Flow, don't sleep on Flow. So then I would also in that space also say the same thing about Engine, but we're not going to dive into Engine too much. Other NFT projects one to watch out for is definitely Cool Cats. Not going to say why, just been some rumors on the grapevine about these guys. But yeah, these guys, they're in the Animoca portfolio and they have a game. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but when we look at the animation style, or just I think the angle with Cool Cats that a lot of other projects can't go for is they've gone for this kind of cute kawaii like thing, which that turned into a cartoon, like Hello Kitty cartoon as IP is crazy. So watch out for that one. And then the next one is the one that we've all heard of, which is Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, again, actually, you know what? I'm going to throw another one in there. Bored Ape Yacht Club and VeeFriends, because there is no two other projects that I've seen that literally the original founders and even the holders of their second version, whether that's VeeFriends 2 or Bored Ape Yacht Club 2, just get paid value consistently. Like, it's just never ending. Like, they're just always making money. Like, they just create a new thing and people just make money again. So with Bored Apes, they did that with the if you had a Bored Ape, you then got the Mutant Ape, then you got the Other Side Lands, then you got ApeCoin, endless. And I think with Gary V, again, like I said, one of the key ways to have success in business is partnerships and leverage. And in terms of partnerships and leverage, Gary V's pretty much got partnerships with everybody on the planet. Like, when we think about it, like, which brand doesn't want to work with Gary V? There's very few brands that would be like, nah, we don't want to work with you. I mean, he's kind of got the VeeFriends in Toys R Us and Macy's. That's insane. Like, if that isn't like, yeah. So that's my take on that one. So let's go to a different category. So let's go to fashion. So fashion wise and NFTs, everybody needs to check out this guy, Idris Sandu.
Yes,
Guy,
Nipsey Hussle's ex-CTO, rest in peace.
yeah, Idris Sandu is deep in the space. Now, this guy is working literally, he used to be Nipsey Hussle's right-hand CTO, but now he is none other than Jay-Z's right-hand man when it comes to tech and crypto. So, yeah, in terms of, again, partnerships and who we can get access to, what Spatial Labs are doing is pretty crazy. So they're just trying to, from what I understand with Spatial Labs, just this little tag that goes onto your clothes allows you to record the entire life cycle of basically creates an NFT of the clothing that you're purchasing with this. So definitely go and check out Spatial Labs and what they're doing. I think there's crazy potential with what they're doing. With the items that you buy, you can share their unique history. You can upload that clothing to your avatars.
Whoa.
You can store files inside your clothing. There's loads of stuff. You can get software upgrades for your clothing. I think this is just the start. I think one of the things that we're going to see with technology and with 3D printing and AI is environmental changing clothing, whereby the colors or the textures of the clothing will change depending on the environment or on an upgrade. We're seeing it with cars at the moment, where people are having cars whereby they kind of like change color. I think the next step is having clothes that interact with your car and stuff like that. So watch out for Spatial Labs. Then the other one that we just can't ignore, because they have absolutely killed it in the fashion space, is Artifact. Like, these guys, just Nike and Artifact have just slayed. Like, we already know the trainer space, Nike and reselling already is there. When you combine that with NFTs and Nike, it's just crazy. So they've got this egg thing that they're doing at the moment where you can claim an egg. Watch out for Artifact. I feel like we've got jackets, we've got trainers, and with some of the items, you can actually get them in real life as well. So I think the next step is they'll do the same thing with all the merch. So you'll be able to actually get the physical version of the hats. You'll be able to get the actual physical versions of the of just the other bits of fashion that they do, not just for your virtual avatar. And I think where we'll probably see Artifact go is the items will probably be interoperable across different metaverses, and I think that's where they're gonna absolutely kill it. So look out for Artifact and their NFTs, and look out for CloneX. So that's that one on fashion. Final one on fashion is a game we told you about a long time ago. We told you guys, I think it was almost a year ago now, about the Louis Vuitton NFT game, which they had for the celebration of I think it was 300 years of Louis Vuitton. And there was a game that you could play. And if you collected a certain amount of items, then you would have got like the first ever Louis Vuitton NFTs. Congratulations to anyone that played that and got those. Just know, like, word on the grapevine, these guys this year, Bernard Arnault is the richest man on the planet. He's not dumb. Like, he knows how to tap into culture and into what's hot, as we saw with when Louis Vuitton acquired Supreme, took Supreme to a whole different level. So yeah, just watch out for LVMH, because again, when it comes to IP and brand leverage, they own way too much. Like, if you didn't know what was in the LVMH portfolio, let's just see if we can show you here. This is something that I realize a lot of people don't realize, that they think a lot of these fashion brands are different, but they're
owned by the same people.
Yeah. So let's just go LVMH on Wikipedia.
Just like Coca-Cola owns half the drinks market.
Yeah, LVMH is ridiculous. Why is it not showing LVMH on Wikipedia? So I just want you to think about when some of these brands release NFTs, and when some of these brands when some of these brands that they hold in their portfolio start collabing with people. So let's say, for example, Cool Cats X Supreme. Do we think that NFT is going to sell? I think it might. I think it might. So brands that they have all here, wines and spirits. So Dom Perignon, Krug, Hennessy, Off-White, Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Kenzo, Christian Dior, Fenty by Rihanna, Marc Jacobs, Fred, Hublot. Yeah, say no more. But yeah, you can see the point that I'm trying to get at with them. Okay, cool. So that's that one. So let's go on to another category. Let's go on to the category of collectibles. And in the collectibles category, this is still NFT related, but Vivi, again, when it comes to brand IP and the brand assets that they've got, they are just killing it. And regardless of what's happening in the wider market, they just keep getting amazing brand deals, and they keep getting more and more and more, and they're advancing the wallet, they're advancing more stuff, and they're now working on the VV verse. And the reason why I think this one's crazy is because these guys have got like a cult following. Like, they've tapped into like that whole nerd thing. Like, once you tap into a nerd niche, people become very cultish as nerds. I'm a nerd, so I can say this. So what do I mean by that? I mean, they get very tribalistic if you try and attack like their thing. And VV managed to position themselves with Marvel, with James Bond, and loads of IPs that have this kind of tribalism to protect. So it's very, very hard to tell somebody that's got a digital version of a Spider-Man comic that it's not worth anything. They don't care. They're like, this is a platform where people don't actually care about the monetary value of what they've got. They just care because they've got it. So yeah, that is extremely hard to do. So you can see you got things like Thor, he's on there as well. Loads of Marvel original artworks. So yeah, that's why VV. The other collectible, and again, people don't realize, like, I'm just looking at IP portfolios, and Netflix, when it comes to their IP portfolio, and I said it before, they're going to start doing games. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Netflix have released a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Fuck off. No, they haven't.
Yep. I told you, they're coming for the gaming space. And yes, Disney can go for the gaming space, but I just, unless it's Kingdom Hearts, shout out Kingdom Hearts fans, you know, I just don't see the Disney IP doing that well in the gaming space. Like, Disney can't make adult games that will be respected. Do you get what I mean? Whereas a computer game or an online game of The Heist or of Squid Games or of Stranger Things, people will play that on consoles, on anything. And then if you throw in NFTs with that, which they're doing, is like, Netflix are in a position whereby these guys could be the #1 NFT exchange on the planet.
Wow. That is a spin, isn't it?
They could. Like, it's unarguable because they've got all the users, they've got all the users' behavior and what you like. So they know what you've watched, what series you've watched multiple times. So if they go, oh yeah, we're going to give you this NFT, it's £5, people will pay for it. They would. They've got us. So that's Netflix in terms of collectibles. So our next one is, we've done fashion, we've done collectibles. Oh, gaming. Okay. So this one you didn't see from me. I'm just going to type it here. Oops, I accidentally typed the wrong thing, didn't I? Oh yeah. But yeah, go and do your own research on that one. But when that thing that I just typed gets into the NFT space and launches what I think they're launching, oh boy. Oh boy. And then there's obviously Axie Infinity, which I think, again, just because of, again, they've got like a core community. The way that I base a lot of stuff off is how raw is the core community, like how active is the core community, even when everything's dead. People are still playing Axie right now. No matter how low Axie goes to, they never actually get to like less than a couple of thousand users. So, and again, it's because people aren't playing it. Like, people are playing it because they enjoy it, and then some people are playing it to make a living. So this is the thing. Like, they've got like like I said, they've got like this cult-ish community behind them where they're not in it for the money. And we saw that get down to what, $5 with a high of 163. Crazy, absolute crazy. So that's Axie in terms of games. Another game that I want to shout out that people probably don't know exists is, oh, it probably didn't show much chart then, did it? No, it didn't. Is a game called Haunted Space. So I think this is public now. Yeah, it is. So this is a PlayStation game that's actually got NFTs integrated into it. So, and it's on Xbox and it's on Steam. So, you know how people have been waiting for this big blockbuster game that's going to be like, have really cool graphics and going to be like on consoles that's going to involve NFTs and crypto. Well, it's here. So look out for that one. Do your own research. And then also the other one you want to look out for, which I think everyone knows is going to have crypto in it and NFTs, is Grand Theft Auto. Watch out for them and what they're planning. So that's gaming. Oh, no. We can't talk about gaming and not talk about Gala Games. Can't do that. That's very naughty. Townstar, we already covered that in the last episode. But Gala, again, their ecosystem of games that they hold is pretty solid. And I think they've got new games that they're working on that are going to be pretty impressive. So, and it was mainly the one with Ruin that I looked at. Where is it? And again, they've got access to IP like Battlestar Galactica that has a hardcore fan base anyway. Like, Battlestar Galactica nerds are hardcore, bro. You don't want no beef with no Battlestar Galactica nerds. It's like having beef with like a Star Trek nerd, like and a Star Wars nerd. You don't want it. You don't want that beef.
He sent it to Navi and he said this session has been mad. If you found this session useful, please type game in chat.
Oh, thank you. So then, who else do I need to talk about? Oh yeah, VR and AR. So VR and AR. So who do I think are the dominant players to watch out for in VR? I really want to show something from the round, but I don't know if I can show it. But if he showed it at you know what? I'm gonna call him right now.
You're gonna call him live, oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, look, I'm doing my webinar. I want to show the thing that we showed in a pitch call earlier. So if you don't know about the round, get to know about the round. This is gonna be everywhere. It's an app that we talk about all the time. They actually have paid do the world's first live augmented reality performance. So literally a hologram in your phone, if you had AR glasses, performance of him doing that. Let me just ring Tom now. Look. Tom. Shout out Lara. It is a bit late, yeah. Okay. what I'll do is when I've got an answer, share it in the group, what it's actually capable of doing. And then you'll be like, oh wow. So that's that one. The other one in the AR space is actually Snap. Don't sleep on Snap. Like when it comes to augmented reality, these guys
Snapchat been doing it like Snapchat is the first popular augmented reality in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with the facial filters.
Yeah. Like we've all seen them dog filters from like 2015, 2014. That's basically AR.
They had everyone doing dog face filters. Everyone. Nobody can tell me that Snap ain't got AR on lock. They got it unlocked differently. And I want to show, I don't know if we've shown this before, but let's show them what one of the things Snap was working on with one of the developers that we know. Snap, Nike. This is the future of the metaverse and AR. So when people are telling you that whatever, this is what the future of it looks like. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play part of it as well. Yeah, so that is something that Nike were working on with Snapchat and augmented reality glasses for exercise. So again, this is where I think that is going to completely, like, if people thought Peloton was a big thing, Snap are going to do exactly what Peloton did, but better, because augmented reality personal trainers can be anywhere at any time, and it's not as heavy as lugging a big giant bike around with you. So yeah, I would just go and look at the market cap of Peloton, and then literally Google it, someone Google it, and then just ask yourself, has augmented reality glasses for exercise got more potential than a giant bike in the middle of people's living rooms for 20 grand?
No shots fired.
Gotta ask yourself that. So that's AR. VR. Oh yeah, mad fact. I think I tweeted this actually. It was about Facebook adoption that people don't quite realize, right? People think that Meta's not working very well and that their marketing is not going well. Do you know they actually sold more Meta hardware than Xboxes got sold last year?
Whoa, I did not know that.
That's mad. Like, that's cray. Like, whoa. You mean Xbox? Yes, giant Xbox. I'm gonna find that tweet and I'm gonna find that stat. I think it's on Statista. You can get that. But I remember seeing it and being like, "Yo, that's crazy." So they're coming up, guys. Don't rule them out. Like, people are buying these headsets. So that's them. Then finally, I want to wrap up with video platforms. So video platforms where people will get paid to watch. One that we spoke about before is Theta Network. Again, people are sleeping on this. And again, their network and their partnerships are insane. So do I think they can make things happen? Yes. Why? Because they're working with Sony and with Google. And Sony and Google are actually their nodes, which is pretty mad. They're also working with the World Poker Tournament, also working with Fail Army, massive brands. with Katy Perry, American Idol, Lionsgate Films, MGM, NASA, and they're integrated into Galaxy S2, the S22 in most of Asia. They just didn't really bother with the UK because they know that we don't really understand the value of crypto yet. So yeah, just this project, like, crazy. So you basically earn crypto for watching things with this. So watch out for Theta, similar to the one called Veracity, which everyone's also talking about. But I think Theta's in a much better position to do that. Then obviously Render, which I can't remember his name now. Rids spoke about in the group, which has done very, very well recently. So this is Veracity. I'm not too bullish on Veracity. I know Ollie Gilbert is massively bullish on Veracity.
He loves it.
I'm not too bullish on it because I know Theta exists. But yeah, let me just go Render. And when you do your research on Render, shout out our boys at Salion. Yeah, do your own research on Render. It is a crazy project. So this is actual true infrastructure usage of blockchain. So if you know anything about creating digital assets, creating movies or anything like that, it takes forever to render the work. What does that mean? Basically, like, to process it. And Render is working with it basically does decentralized rendering for movies and stuff, and works with JJ Abrams and WME and with Brave and with Beeple. So their team is ridiculous, like dench. So if you're wondering if JJ Abrams has clout and would be able to bring some major film studios to come and use Render, let's go and look at JJ Abrams' portfolio of films, shall we?
Let's do that, sir.
I doubt that there's anyone in the room that hasn't seen one of JJ Abrams' films. I think he's one of them people that has, like, penetrated culture so hard, but people don't realize that we're all under his, like, his gaze, or like under his influence. Why is IMDb not showing his films? Photos, known for, producer. I want director. Fine. Why is it not doing that? Oh, director. Here we go. So, director of Star Wars. Don't know if you've heard of that. It's The Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, Star Trek Into Darkness. Don't know if you've heard of that. Super 8, amazing film. The Office, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Mission Impossible 3, Lost. Don't know if you've heard of any of them. Westworld, the TV series. So yeah, he been out here. 10 Cloverfield Lane. If anyone's seen that one, that's such a good film. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Yeah, he's got some stuff out here. So yeah. And I think I'm gonna end it there and take questions because I've gone over a lot today. And the chat has been going crazy. Thank you very much for all the love in the chat. I'm just seeing all this now. 8 Connintus Protocol, Millballs from Kevin Rose, the ones to watch for Psychedelics Anonymous on ETH. Yep, they agree with that. ETH, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Overdeed. Yep, totally agree with that. What else we got? Okay, cool. So let's go do some Q&A. We've got a few new people that haven't joined us before. Let's go to Naz. Naz, you've been unmuted. Oh, Naz, are you there? Nope, nothing from Naz. Okay. Jacob, is this your first time? You've been unmuted?
Yeah, no, it's my first time tonight.
Oh, thanks for joining us. Welcome. Guys, throw some love in the chat for Jacob for joining for the first time. Thank you. Have you enjoyed
Is this
today?
one of your friends?
I've got a few friends called Jacob, but none called Jacob.
And no,
Yeah,
today's been great.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, no. Today's been great. I don't exactly have any questions, to be honest.
No worries.
I think
How did you find out about this?
My friend Brandon.
Oh, go on, Brandon. Yeah.
Yes. My
Love
G,
that,
Brandon,
love
thank
that,
you
love
for
that.
bringing in. This is what we need more of, guys. Like, we need more of that personal invite that you should pull up to this, you know. You should. That one-on-one. Thank you, Brandon. And thank you, Jacob.
Thank you. Brandon, quick question before you go. No, Jacob, before you go. What would you say you learned from today's episode?
I think definitely towards the end when you were mentioning theta and render token. Render token was something that I found out about I reckon about 6 months ago, but I haven't really looked into it too much. So for sure, I think decentralized GPU sharing is something that we can definitely look into, as well as decentralized storage. That's going to be quite big, hopefully.
100%. Those two areas are like absolute givens for blockchain technology. It's like,
Exactly.
duh. Like, well,
exactly.
duh.
So great shout there. Great shout.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's go to Adam. Adam, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yo.
How you doing?
Yo, all good. It's a great episode. It's my first time on the live since like last year. So
Oh wow. I was gonna say I've definitely seen you on here before.
This is one of my homies.
I've been following Blockchain Sensei more or less from the inception, and I've been in the WhatsApp group for time. I'm just proper low key, you know.
Oh, love. So is there anything that you took value from today, or do you have a question?
Yeah, definitely. I tried to do my own due diligence the past couple of months because I've been sort of out of the space after we started getting massive dips. Just had a lot going on, but I found myself getting more trying to get back into the space and do my own research. And I was just interested to know your opinion on you're quite hype on Flow, and so am I, especially with like the partnerships. Where do you see Flow? Not necessarily in an NFT sense, but like I've heard you mention that you're a gamer as well, and we're getting to a point now where a lot of people love buying cosmetics for games. You see it in Fortnite, see it in GTA, and a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Do you see that being the main driving force for Flow as like a business with like video games, rather than just having like an NFT collectible?
Yeah, I think with Flow, in comparison to other blockchain protocols, you have to look a little bit deeper into like how the architecture is actually built out on Flow. We've got an episode that's somewhere. Ninja, can you find the Flow episode and pull it in the chat?
Yes, I'll do that right now.
Where we really dived into Flow and broke it down. And what I think the potential of Flow is over all these other things doing ZK rollups is that Flow might be able to have real-time in-game assets, which is insane. Like NFT assets that interact and change as you're playing the game is like crazy. Whereas because of the way that ZK rollups work, or the way that optimistic rollups work, it could work with an optimistic rollup. So optimistic rollup is basically where you presume that all the transactions that are going through are good. A ZK rollup is kind of similar, but it's more you're just compiling loads of data together and then chucking them as a big lunchbox and putting loads in the lunchbox and then chucking it through. But I think from what we saw with the multi-node architecture of what Flow does, it can choose which bits go through when. So you could basically code something into the game that meant that certain parts of an NFT interact or go through or get processed on the blockchain and other parts don't, which the exponential potential of doing that is unlimited. So that's where I'm like, yeah, it's a bit techie, a bit complicated, but the potential is.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of terminology that I don't quite appreciate. I think I'm following what you're saying, but I think I need to do a little bit more research into the actual tech, like you said.
Yeah. The free terms I would tell you to go and look at: optimistic rollups, ZK rollups, and multi-node architecture rollups. But if you watch that link that we put in the chat, it should help out a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for that, man.
No worries, buddy. No worries. Great question, though. Great question. So then we've got opinions on P2E crypto prices when we enter a recession, whether it's harsh or not. If players' numbers increase to for example, Axie, what are your price predictions? Again, great question. I don't understand why people. People. I think it's because people don't invest or haven't invested in stocks before they've invested in crypto. They're not looking for fundamentals. Now, logic says if something was $100 when it had 1,000 users, and then the market goes down, but that project that had 1,000 users now has 100,000 users and has 100,000 transactions a month, that kind of shows growth and good usage of the protocol and that the protocol's making more money. Just because retail follow trends and are stupid doesn't mean that just because a project is down, that the project is doing bad. And this is what I see a lot of the time in the crypto space is people go, oh, the price is down, so the company's doing bad. No. Just because Tesla's price is down doesn't mean the company's doing bad. And I go over this example all the time. Tesla went from making 600 million to 2.6 billion the following year, but has gone down 75%. So it just doesn't work that way. What ends up happening is a company makes loads of money, then people clock and realize, oh my God, this company's actually been making loads of money. Let me pile in. And then the institutions wait for the people to kind of realize that and then start pumping the price and then overinflate it too much and then dump it. So yeah, that's what you got to be aware of. But great question. Let's go Ethereal McKenna. I think I know who this is. Hello, you've been on.
Hello, Mr. Harding. It's Amanda McKenna. I forgot to change the name from the meditation event from Voice of Crypto.
I thought so.
How are you? That was an absolute fantastic episode. I've screenshot a load of things. I know you record it, but I love staying up to date, and the vibes are so high in what you were delivering today. I've really, really enjoyed. I'm definitely going to take a look at the Netflix, and also really, really anticipating when you're going to be launching your event, and hopefully it isn't Dan's.
Yeah. Hope fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah,
So
definitely. We're going to be working together anyway, so
I know.
I'm probably going to end up having a call with you this week to discuss some of that. So definitely, and we definitely want to find a way of sharing your everything you're doing in the meditation space in our communities and across all of our groups and across our networks.
Thank you so much.
We're all big on that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely. Do you have any questions on anything from today?
None at all. No, just was keen on the date, but I know you are still planning that. I've screenshot everything. I'll be replaying over, and you record these sessions, obviously, Mr. Harding. So I'll be definitely rewatching for certain bits that I want to be researching. But yes, thank you very much for delivering such an informative session.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
guys. I forgot. We should have advertised this. Big ups Brandon, who's going to be one of our speakers. We've got our next in-person Blockchain Sensei event on the 26th of February. I'll admit, we haven't been posting. That's my fault. But you can buy the ticket links in the Instagram link tree. Blockchain Sensei link tree is where you can find everything to do with Blockchain Sensei, including but not limited to live events, digital products, and our Telegram group and YouTube replays, etc. So yes, 26th of February, DLT Lounge, Canary Wharf. Buy your tickets. It's an in-person multi-business networking event. There's going to be speakers speaking about topics, a broad range actually, not just crypto, but also more traditional markets such as real estate. So we've got some Airbnb guys, and Brandon will be talking about NFTs. So we totally forgot to advertise that. But 26th of February, be there.
Yeah, man, big
tickets.
And final, I don't think I've missed any new people apart from Samsonite, although I recognize Samsonite as a name in here before. We've had Samsonite before. Samsonite, you've been unmuted.
What up?
How you doing, guys? You're right.
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, well, since I've been on here, just like almost like the last guy. It's been about a year, just taking a bit of time out the space, just trying to keep, trying to get back into it. I think I met you actually over the summer in the, the Garden Gate car park in Birmingham, and I said hello, and there was that event going on.
Yeah. I remember. How you been?
All right, man. You think we was all a bit wavy that day? So,
we were.
Yeah.
Good times, man.
Just good times. Yeah. Obviously, just with all the hype of last year's, the last 3 months of last year the price is meant to go up and all this and that. Just kind of was a little bit demotivating, but obviously I know that we're in I'd say a bear market, but I think it's picking up now. So I think that's why a lot of people are coming back into the space.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good to hear your content as always. It's always been great. Both of you guys do a great job. And yeah, it's good to know, that things are still going, which I always know, and always, try and tell my friends that, you got to keep an eye out and just keep up to date. And, it's still early days, even though a lot of people still think like, we missed the boat. Why didn't we do it earlier? And they're going to keep saying that, if you don't start soon, you're going to keep saying that in 5-10 years time. So that's the message I'm trying to get across to people.
See yourself for spreading that message as well, because it's a difficult message when you're going against the public grain. So because that everybody in this space and going against the general public consensus, because the general public consensus, especially in people's personal social groups, is you have to go against everyone who's a non-coiner, who's a non-investor, who's a non-blockchain believer. And that in itself is a difficult thing. For us, it would be like being me or being Michael, it would be impossible for us not to be involved, because this is our world. And sometimes we take that for absolutely granted, but most people don't have such an ecosystem. So yeah, big ups yourself for being the ambassador in your community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think it's even harder for people right now, because even companies like Apple, like Microsoft are down. And unfortunately, the logic of people is if it's down, that's bad. People just haven't quite figured out that if it's down and it's good, a good company, it's on discount. They forget that they're buying an asset. So you're getting, I always use the methodology that you're basically getting a house for a discounted price. That's what you're getting. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Did you have any questions?
No, I'd just like to do what you're saying there, whenever we're here,
Okay, cool. Big love. Thank you, man. Final.
Can I ask you one question actually?
Yeah.
What do you think of the BTC price at the moment? Do you think we've hit the low at 16,000, or do you? No one can answer this question
is killing
because
me,
everyone's
time...
probably asking you it. because all the indicators show that it is sort of the bottom, but I wonder if it's gonna come retest
So
and if it,
I'm going to tell you what I think. I think we hit a bottom just here. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
yeah.
I think we hit a bottom here, but I'm hoping we didn't hit a bottom because my price targets were all the way down at like 8K. I had 8K. That's what I had. I had 12 and I had 8. So I'm hoping it's bad for most people because most people, if we go down from here, that's most people ruined, wrecked. They're never getting involved in crypto ever again. So it'll be bad for business. but I'm personally hoping for 8K Bitcoin, $400 Ethereum, and $2 Polkadot, and like $40 Google stock. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, it's a miracle. It's a bit greedy of me, but yeah. But yeah, like you said, all the technicals are saying the bottom is in and that we should be just doing a bounce off this moving average now. So it could come back down to 19 and then bounce off there. But I think if we break this moving average again and go below 19, then we're getting 8.
Okay.
That's what I think. Or 12 at least. I just don't feel, even though there's this support here at around 15, I think the psychological damage that would have been done if we go all the way up here, everyone gets excited, everyone gets back in again, and then gets wrecked to there. I don't think a lot of people could handle it. So I think people will sell and it'll go down further. So yeah.
That could be the manipulation game. We don't know.
This is what I always say. I always say, you just gotta ask yourself every time you look at the chart. If I was an institution and I could manipulate the price of this, what would I do to cause maximum psychological damage to somebody? And what you would do is what we're seeing right now. You'd get everybody excited, pump it up really quickly, and then go boom.
True.
That's literally someone's full-time job, is to literally go, how can we, if we got other people involved, work with them to cause maximum psychological damage so that people don't want to invest in this.
Yeah, it's kind of just happened 3 times already with like Lunad and FTX, and now maybe third time lucky. You know,
you would destroy people. You would destroy. They'd be done.
Yeah, definite
and
panic selling.
Panic selling, and then if that happened, if Bitcoin at 8K is crazy, Ethereum at 400K is crazy, Polkadot at $1 is crazy. But if it hit those prices, people wouldn't buy it.
But the institutions would swipe it up.
All of it.
Exactly, yes.
So that's why I'm thinking that seems pretty logical to me. Like, from an institutional point of view, it doesn't seem logical to me from an institutional point of view that institutions were only buying from the 6th of November to January for 1 month.
True.
It just doesn't, unless they took this whole area here from June up until January, which is 6 months of accumulation. That could be it. But I just don't see how at this crazy price down here, it only lasted for a month. That's where I'm skeptical. It's too quick. It's turned around too quick. It's not gradual.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I'm skeptical. I'm very, 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 very skeptical. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to take last question. So last question, because they've been really good questions today. Today's been one of the really good episodes. We'll go to, well, Devon and Crypto Boss, you're staying with me after this session anyway. So actually, we've got a hand up. Go on then. Jacob, you got a question?
Yeah, no, pretty much just wanted to ask, what's your current view on the economy, both in crypto and stocks? And in general, I mean,
Love
you
that
can.
question. They're
Yeah,
all
I mean,
terrible.
'cause, you can look if you see the chart, you've got really massive gap ups and really massive gap downs over the past few
Mhm.
months, suggesting what supply zones. So what do you think is going to happen over the next few months?
So my way of seeing what's going to happen in the next few months is I read a book called One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. And in that book, he says the way that you can't predict the markets, you've got no idea of what's going to happen. But the way that you can tell that a company might be doing well is just by going into that store and asking them how the sales were, or what the general sales of the company are like at that moment in time. So that'd be like going into Apple and asking, "Oh, what sales like at the moment? Was this Christmas better than last Christmas?" And depending on what they say, that might be a good way of indicating what's happening for the company across the whole country. So especially with flagship stores like the Oxford Circus Apple Store. If the Oxford Circus Apple Store can tell you both online and in store they've done less sales than they've ever done before this Christmas, that's not a good sign for Apple. And if it's not a good sign for Apple, it's not a good sign for the entire market. So a question to the group. Did actually put it in the group. Type more if you spent more this Christmas than you did last Christmas. Type less if you spent less this Christmas than you did the previous Christmas. Let's see. There's 10 people in the chat, so let's see what the general consensus is. More, less, more. Mine was way less. Same.
I think that's quite an interesting point you raised there with going in and personally asking people, the employees, how much they did. I mean, I work in hospitality, so for example, my hotel that I work at, we've just had a record-breaking December. So it might just be a case of it depends on industries, or it depends on locations.
No, I think it's definitely an industry thing. I think certain industries have been hit harder than others.
Yeah.
But and I think the main industry that's been hit is tech. And it's because we kind of got to this point that nobody in tech really wants to admit, whereby the old tech is just not attractive anymore. Like
oh no, for sure. I think the whole market's been overinflated since 2020. Like there's no reason for Zoom and Shopify to have gone up so much back when COVID hit to the valuations that it had.
Yep. Same with Peloton.
Yeah,
Prime
exactly.
example.
Exactly.
No reason. So the markets do need to come down. Like it would actually be really healthy if they came down. It wouldn't be a bad thing. It'd actually be a really, really good thing. So here's the S&P. So it'd be really good if the markets came down to around here, 450. But that's not good for psychologically for people. And we can see that's just on top of the high of Feb 2020, just before everything dipped. So that would be what they're calling the Great Reset if we came back down here. Because you're basically resetting the whole market. So those that know how to play the game would have invested in the bottom, rode it all the way up to the top, exited near the top when this 200 moving average dip happened, and then wait for it to come back down and do it all over again. So we're going to see the rich that got richer in lockdown get even richer. So that's why, yeah, I'm not very optimistic. I hate to be the negative Nelly, but I just don't. I don't see this lasting, and I called it many times. And one of the other factors was the DXY, this support line here. I just believe that I'm just very confident that this is going to bounce up. So yeah, that's my opinion. But great question. And then I think I'm gonna wrap there, unless Josh has got a question, because Josh just came in. Josh, you got a question? No? Okie dokie. All good. Okay. I'm gonna wrap up there. Amazing episode, guys. Thank you ever so much. Love. Crypto Boss and Devon, if you stay behind, because we got some stuff to talk about.
Wait, let me just wrap up with a quick lesson for everybody. Crypto Boss, who is based out in the Caribbean, and Devon, who's based out in America, who we've never met in person, through Blockchain Sensei community, and them building individual relationships with us / Michael mainly, mind you, right? Because
We're
Devon
gonna do
and
some
Crypto, I
business,
think
but
they've
we're
had
not
more.
gonna say what business.
Yeah. We're not gonna say what business, right? Like through this network, these guys have never met. We've never met Devon out in America yet. We've never met Crypto Boss, who's out in the Caribbean yet. They've never met each other, and through Blockchain Sensei Network, they're about to do business. So I think that is, such thing could happen in the world. So yeah, you guys have an amazing meeting, and thank you so much, guys. Keep connecting, keep networking, keep learning. Thank you so much.
Love. See you in a bit, guys.
Love.
Cheers, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye. Hello.
Mr. Harden, what you say?
I'm good. I'm just gonna ask one of my business partners to come jump on this call.
Yeah, take your time.